Listen to me. Raven's flock cooler than half the factions that actually won championships. You know? Now. Before somebody jump into the comments and you come for me, Jay, they never won anything. They never won no titles. Exactly. You ain't doing nothing but proving my point. NWO, baby, they look like celebrities, right? 4 Horsemen look like they own 3 banks and 2 yachts. DX look like they got suspended from school, and somehow that turned into this business model, right? But Raven's flock look like they just got denied entry, all 3 groups, and said, bet, we'll just do our own thing. And somehow they turned into one of the dopest factions of the night. Kind of makes no sense, because if I'm being honest right now, these are folks that look like they should have been kicking it outside a gas station arguing about conspiracy theories. Kidman looked 12. Reese looked like he ate people. Yep. Sick Boy looked like he owns money in multiple states. And then you got Raven looking like Kurt Cobain, a philosophy professor, and somebody's emotionally unavailable ex-boyfriend, all got mushed together, fused together in a lab. Dude looked like he permanently had somebody asking him to help move. But see, we love dude, you know? Matter of fact, we didn't just love Raven, we related to him. You know what I mean? Hogan, NWO over here spray painting anything that wasn't nailed down. Raven was looking directly into the camera saying, life is pain. And somehow we responded with, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So today, let's go back to 97. Let's talk about Raven's flock. Let's talk about the coolest group of losers that wrestling ever produced. Yeah. Raven might have been the most authentic character on television at that time. Here's the crazy part though, because on paper, the flock should have been a disaster. Can you imagine I'm walking into WCW in 98 and saying, yo, got an idea for a faction. All right, we're going to take one dude who looks permanently disappointed, another dude who looks 13. Oh, I got this one guy who looked like he benches pickup trucks. And yeah, my last guy, he looks like he's definitely been banned from the entire Applebee's franchise. This is the squad. Who buying that? Security escorted me out the building real quick, but somehow worked. And it worked because Raven understood something most wrestling companies still don't get. People don't always connect with winners. People connect with people. Everybody knew a Kidman, a Saturn. Everybody knew somebody trying to find where they belong. Yeah. You see, the flock wasn't a wrestling faction. The flock was a support group with interest music. Now, let's talk about Raven's promo, right? Because dude was not cutting wrestling promos. He was delivering emotional damage. Everybody else out here yelling, screaming. We talked about that, right? Everybody else was threatening violence, just looking crazy. Meanwhile, my guy Raven grabs a microphone, sounding like he just got done reading poetry in a coffee shop, and we're all captivated, you know? Half his promos sounded like, I have seen darkness. Sir, calm down. Wait a minute. This is Nitro, man. Goldberg is literally spearing people through walls. He talking about, I have seen dark. What? But that's why it worked, right? Raven felt authentic. He was unique. He was memorable, you know? You could watch wrestling for 3 hours and nobody sounded like Raven. Now, let's get to the actual question, though, because WCW had an embarrassment of riches, okay? Hogan, Sting, Goldberg, DDP, Bret Hart, Macho, Nash, Hall, the list go on and on and on, right? And because they had so much talent, people started slipping through the cracks. I get that. What I do not understand, though, is looking at Raven and saying, nah, we good. What? The man had the look, he had the promos, the character, the audience, the connection, the faction. What else did he need?
What more do you want from me?
WCW treated dude like a side dish. Okay? Now, stop tripping. I'm not saying he should have beat Goldberg. Remain calm. Okay. Calm yourself, right? But upper card attraction, a featured player, consistent major storylines, heck yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing. Championships don't always tell you who mattered. Connection tells you who mattered. Yeah. See, Jake Roberts mattered. Roddy Piper, Mick Foley, Raven mattered. And if we're judging by who people still talk about decades later, baby, Raven is winning the argument. You know, this is why the flock still gets remembered. Not because they won everything, not because they dominated WCW, no. But because they were different. NWO felt larger than life, but the flock felt real. NWO was what people wanted to be. Flock was who people actually are. And that's powerful, man. The older I get, the more I realize people remember authenticity. Perfection is impressive. Authenticity, though, is unforgettable.